This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening to all guys. Okay, so yesterday we gone through the course content. So today, typically it's first class, so we can go over some of the concepts. Before going through the concepts, I had come up with some analytical data, which I didn't got time to share it yesterday. Actually, I was planned to share that analytical contents is yesterday's content, but I didn't got the time. So with this content, you can analyze why what is the necessary for taking this course. Okay, I've shared my screen. Okay, so before going over the course, first we can see like according to the Times of India article. So first, why we are going this analysis is to evaluate the market condition. So if you see in the current news, which is a hot news, like TCS is going to lay off 12,000 employees, and likewise, for each recession period, so many employees are laid off from each company, right? Everyone must be heard about it. So why that is happening? To analyze the condition, so this will be helpful. So for each year, this is the statistics of 2024. So each year, 1.5 million graduates are coming out fresh to the market. Okay, and they are open they are passing their examinations and getting the degree and coming back, out of which 15 lakh engineers, which is 1.5 million engineers. So approximately there will be 2.2 lakhs are placed in a software industry. Okay, that too, 1.8 lakh will be there in they will be placed in IT jobs, okay, with an average salary of 3 to 5 lakhs. So while they are placing, they feel like, okay, I'm placed with a prestigious organization, and I can do and I can grow, I can earn more salaries. Okay, but what happened in the real world? Okay, so most of the IT companies not providing much increment for each year, right? So it will be very less. Whenever you're doing a jump from one company to another company, then only you're getting hike around 100 percentage, or from 40 percentage is market condition till 200 percentage as per your technical knowledge and your stuff. Okay, so after 2 years, they are coming to realize that the salary is not enough. Okay, I want to jump, but at that time they are struggling to make a jump or a transition towards another company because the lack of technical knowledge. So according to the economics time, a survey tells, like a survey from Medibuddy and CIU reveals that 62% of the Indian employees are feeling burnout on the poor work-life balance. So why the poor work-life balance happens? Anybody having any idea? Shri or Neha? The reason behind for poor work-life balance? If anybody wants, so I can unmute and I can go ahead.
Hello. It's the
Yeah.
stress, more into the stress.
Sorry.
So it's more into the stress. You see, why we are not able to, balance because of the stress. So that's it.
Yeah. Actually, like why that stress happens? It's due to
Lack
multiple
of
factors.
lack of
Yeah.
knowledge, and every per week, I mean, a new technology is coming through, and we need to work on that. So the technology is not consistent, first of all. So eh,
Yeah.
yeah, that is
Always the market will be moving on,
yeah,
right?
in
Whenever
organizations,
they are going to do. See, first you're doing a manual validations, right? So suppose some functionalities they are introducing it, they are doing it manually. After 2 years, what happened? No, you're going to do same validation again and again. For example, if you take ETL testing, as I told yesterday, so on a release one, there will be. Give me a minute. Did I recorded the session? Yeah, right. Yeah, fine. Okay. So as Sri only, right? The answer person.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks for your response, Sri. Okay. As Sri told also, uh, they are doing the same work again and again. At the time, what happens? No, the client won't agree that you are doing this much effort for doing the same work again. If somebody testing 10 tables for a first time, it will take around 100 hours for one table. Let's say 10 hours. Second time, it will be reduced. It's for example. So the third time, still it will be reduced. But they don't agree. We also need to take rest, and we need some time for the previous validation also. So that's the reason. Doing same thing again and again will be frustrating and taking time consuming. Sometimes you will feel a bit tired doing the same thing. You need some rest. So what happens now at that time? The productivity will come low. They need the result. So here, as Sri told, I stress that point. Lack of technical knowledge, they can't able to do the automation of previous release tables. If they do the automation, they can what they can save the significant effort. Okay, they can spend it in new tables. After completion, the new tables, they can run regression of previous tables, so they can save, and there will be a good work-life balance. It will be good to stay in organization, and you can feel satisfied. Yeah, I'm satisfied. I did this. Whenever you're doing same thing again and again, so you'll be stressed out and it will be burnout. So this is the reason for happening. So whenever the market moves on with a new technology, it's a wise decision to learn that and try to do some activities using the technology in your project. That will be value added to you guys, and additionally that will be a knowledge add on to you. Yeah, that will give more money. Whenever you are good with the new technologies, the market will ready to pay more money. Even 200 percentage hike also they are ready to pay. This is what happens. And now you are going beyond 10 years of experience, 12 years of experience, so that will be reduced whenever you are getting more lakhs. But whenever you have inside 10 years of experience, they are ready to pay even 10 100 percentage of hike. That's what happened. So even if you see the latest news from TCS, the shoulder period is over. They are only going to concentrate on outcome and output, which means like they are going to cut out the job who and all doing the same thing again and again without learning the new technologies. They are going to cut their jobs. This is what happens. At that time, it will be unwanted frustration. To avoid that, it's wise decision to choose this kind of courses. Okay, so if you see in the market, as I shared this already in yesterday's session, for ETL testing, it will be around 19,000 jobs. You can see for each job how much they are providing, and for work from home alone, 90% jobs are there. Okay, then with automation testing, you have around 35,000 jobs are there. Okay, around India. Likewise, you have ETL testing with cloud, because every project is moving towards the cloud because of the data warehousing. Yeah. So if they are doing non-cloud platform, they have to pay more for getting license. For example, I'm doing non-cloud platform ETL migration or ETL architecture. I'm designing it, so I need Informatica to uh, load the pipeline. And additionally, I need a license for uh, target SQL engine. Okay, suppose it is a MS SQL server studio, then I want to buy that license, and I want to buy license for Informatica. Then accessing the jobs through Autosys, I want to get one more license, and for I have to put WinSCP, like these kind of so many license I have to get. This will be more for each person. The license will cost. Suppose some 100 people are there working for the project. You have to pay that much money. So if you are going to a cloud here they are providing it as, you no need to go different components for each activity you are doing as part of your ETL architecture design. So if you want to uh, create a connectivity with source systems, okay, they are providing pipelines. Through that pipelines, you can simply establish a connection towards the cloud, and you can bring all the data to inside the cloud data warehouse. After bringing all the data towards the data warehouse, you have to establish one more pipeline, which is a dynamic pipeline to fetch the data, whichever the incremental data typically will tell. Yeah, whenever the updates are there with the source system, those updates you have to brought into our system. So it will be simple. I've created two pipelines. One is for fetching all the data. Another one is for fetching incremental or updated data. So all the data now in my system till now. Okay, and I'm doing some process. I have provided the feasibility to create pipelines to manipulate and play with the data. I can do whatever I can do that. So once the data brought into our data warehouse, a cloud-based data warehouse, so we can design our architecture. Even the cloud platforms providing till BI and even advanced analytical functions also. So it is very end-to-end process will be provided by cloud. So we no need to go back again with non-cloud platform, and I want to spend more money. That's the thinking each project and each customer is doing. If I'm there, the main advantage will be if I'm there in anywhere around the world, I can access the cloud. But in non-cloud platform, it is not feasible. Some of the functionalities will be feasible to access from around the globe, but all the functionalities are not accessible. Whereas in cloud, it is accessible towards all around the globe. That's why there is a growing demand for cloud-based ETL jobs, whether it is a development or testing. And the next one is, if you see, this is huge spike in the curve. It's 1,35,000 jobs are there for business intelligence. That's because business intelligence is a package. If you're going business intelligence, you must know the backend if you're not a developer. So even though you're a developer, you have to play with the backend data. What is the backend data for the business intelligence reports? It will be ETL architecture. So from there only I'm getting the data. So that's why that's the reason for the job increase for business intelligence reports only. These many. Okay. Uh, the next one. This is a simple thing. Okay. If you see, this is a sixfigure.com ad survey around 272 profiles, and they had come up with average salary for ETL testing a job will be 19.1 lakh. Okay, around most they are between 15 to 50 lakhs. The salary will be. Okay, course contents we have gone through yesterday itself. So with this kind of analysis, you can come up with some conclusions about the market. So what I have to learn, because the data will be there forever. Whenever you are doing some activities, there will be the data. So if you are doing a ETL stuff, it will be there. The tool may change, but the concept definitely won't change. So that's why it is suggested to understand the concepts. If a new tool comes, it's easy to migrate. The same thing, the creating pipelines, or fetching the data from source and doing the manipulation, loading the data to the target Power BI report, everything will be same. Only the medium you are using will be different. If suppose sometime you are using Azure, so you have to learn what if you are well versed with the concept. Now you can do like, okay, I have source system is given. Guys, you are understanding, right? If you have any doubt or something again and again, please unmute yourself and tell. Okay, so let's suppose I'm good with the concept. Now what I need to learn. So I know Azure. Now I got a project based on AWS. So what I can do, the concept will be same. I want to fetch the data from the source. So for that, I want to create some pipelines. The terminology may vary in AWS. So for creating pipeline, what I have to do in AWS, that thing I can easily learn. But creating pipeline is mandatory. That thing you have to know. So creating pipeline, those steps, even through internet also we can learn and we can do that. I'm creating the pipeline to fetch the data from source and put it into the target. Okay. Next, I'm doing the manipulation in terms of SQL or Python, anything. So where I can do those kind of manipulation, you have to again through pipeline or some other medium. So this is what happens. So it's mandatory to understand on the system. Okay. Next will be like I'll start with the ETL concept. Someone is unmuting. Any question?
Yeah, so is there any AI tool as of now which can leverage as part of ETL testing is concerned, like an LLM model
Uh,
or something like that?
no, as of now, there is no complete AI model to leverage the ETL testing or even with development or testing. Anything is not with AI. Okay,
Okay,
it's not complete. We have some automation frameworks, but there is nothing with AI. Because if you are using AI, it will be kind of advanced analytics. The data you are providing, based on the data only, it will be done, correct? ML, machine learning, and AI are like two eyes for doing AI kind of activities. The AI has to be leveraged based on the ML. So how the ML, machine learning, will act will be based on the data you are providing, right? Is it Sri? The question was raised by.
it is raised by Som, so myself.
So, yeah,
So
sure. So, typically, the AI will create a data dictionary and using some ML techniques only, it will do advanced analytics, prediction of
okay,
future or anything.
okay,
But here, the data we are providing, that one is for analysis process of our ML and AI. So, our ETL testing, there is nothing with AI. We can automate.
okay.
Actually, the data we are providing at endpoint of ETL, that will be input for our ML and AI frameworks. You getting?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Now, why I'm asking this AI things is because you
Mm.
can mention right that TCS news and all, so they
Yeah.
dedicatedly target the testing profile uh, m- mostly.
They are not actually. They are not actually. One of my what my close friends are there in TCS. Okay, they're not particularly targeting testing profiles or ETL testing profiles, and they are not due to AI. They are not actually laid off. Okay, they
Yeah,
are doing. There is lot of the employees are in bench. Simply, they are telling like so many reasons. I have these many conditions. I have these conditions
yeah, yeah,
without
I do
learning.
agree. I do agree. So this part, but if you see
I worked
nowadays the
in
interview
yeah, I worked
interview
in
pro
TCS. So the
okay,
process will be like you have to do some certification on each quarter to grow your knowledge. There is some assigned courses are there, but some people are simply sitting without learning anything, even though you are in bench, simply
okay,
sitting and not doing any courses or not learning anything. Simply telling, see, this is my knowledge. I'm well. I've worked in manual testing. I don't know ETL or I don't know any automation. Simply they are telling, even though they are sitting for 3 months in bench, that's not acceptable, right?
Yes, yes. Yeah, yeah.
And
I
this
do
is
agree.
not only with junior employees. This happens for seniors also. The 10 years experience profiles also, they are doing same kind of issues. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So due to that only, they have reduced before laying off the employees. They brought the bench policy from 45, 90 days to 35 days. They have reduced it. In 35
Yeah, yeah.
days, you have to placed in any project. That's why they did.
Okay.
It's not due to AI or not due to any testing based profile.
Okay. Yeah. And also, if you
Okay.
can provide the path, means roadmap for data related certification from Azure perspectives, that is
Mhm.
also helpful for everyone.
Yeah,
Whoever
definitely
is
I'll do
interested.
that.
Yeah.
Actually, I did 4 certifications in Azure.
Yeah. So if you
I'll
can
help
write
you
it
with
down, we
some
can.
dumps. Yeah, some dumps and concepts. Even if you want to clear AC 900, this
No,
course will
89,
help.
I
It's Azure fundamentals.
yeah, that I have it. So other than that,
Okay.
so like
Okay, fine.
DP.
Then we have data engineer,
Yeah.
DA100, which is Power BI certifications. I
Okay.
did it. I can provide some help on that.
Yeah, yeah. Please,
But
that
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 will
will.
not comes under this course. It will be above, but beyond that course. So I will provide some help through personal chat. You can
Yeah,
contact
yeah.
me.
Dumb should be and the guidance should be sufficient. So whoever is interested in this forum,
Mhm.
I think that would be helpful.
Okay, okay, fine.
Mm. Yeah. And the interview, so are they going to ask the SQL question from the lead code point of views or the normal
No, the
questions?
questions will be going to be in terms of project. So I will explain. I will give one
Yes,
example about the interview. Okay, since it is SOM, right?
yes, yes, yes.
In interview perspective, what I expect to recruit some employees to my company. Okay, suppose you are a ETL tester. You're getting
Yeah.
right.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
So my questions will be like, in your project, you are maintaining SED Type 2 architecture. Okay,
Hmm.
how will you handle the updated records which is coming from the source? So what and all the necessary changes will you do?
Okay.
This is
Hmm.
system understanding question.
Okay.
Like this kind of scenario questions will be there. Because in interview, no one will ask a straight question. What is CTL? What is SCD? These kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
questions definitely won't be there. You must understand the system. So some companies will ask that kind of question if they are paying less. But if you want to get placed in a good salary, then this kind of understanding must be there, even though whatever course you are doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Clear,
So you'd be
so?
expecting to, yeah, yeah. We would be expecting to discuss all the scenario-based question as part
Yes,
of this
exactly.
program.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Sure,
So
sure.
what will be there as a project point of view? What will be there? What we need? Those things will be there. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks. Sorry
Okay,
to
sir.
asking a lot of questions. So it is.
No issues. Hereafter, if you want, if it is a simple questions, you can go ahead. If you want to these much clarifications, once the session over, around 9:50, 55, I will close the session. After that, we can go ahead, so
Yes, yes,
because
sure, sure.
everyone is waiting now.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, sir. Okay, fine. So I will start with the course content, actual course content. We'll start with this. Fine. So ETL testing. Now, okay. So now, as I told yesterday, I'll concentrate more on what is ETL, what is ETL, need for ETL, and goal for ETL. Not only for ETL, on all the course content I'm going to take, it will be like this only. So, what is ETL? It will be like if you tell expansion, extract for E, T for transform, L for load, right? So, this is a simple, straightforward explanation. But if you dig into deeply, extract what I'm going to extract, okay, with extracted data, what I'm going to do, okay, how I'm going to extract, okay, the goal for extracting the data. This is what the thing. Then transform. What I'm going to transform, okay. After transforming, what I'm going to do. Load also. What I'm going to load. So here, what is ETL? Here, extract. Extract. We are simply extracting the data. This entire ETL course will play with the data. So I'm going to extract data from different sources. Okay. Suppose I have data, some data in a Notepad, some data in Excel file, some data in XML file, some data in JSON file, some data in a table. Why these many sources happens in real time? Anybody having any guesses? Even yesterday also I told why these many sources comes in real time. That's because a lot of actually some geographical complexity. Okay, in some area, some server may be free of cost or less cost. They want to use that server at that area. Okay, so that's the reason of maintaining different sources. Okay, all the source has to be extracted. While extracting itself, you have to plan a strategy. Okay, before doing transformation and load, while extracting itself, suppose anybody knows having any idea about some data is in uh, database, some data in Excel file, some data is in Notepad. Now everything are going to be pasted in a single database, so it must be in the same format. So you have to design with a strategy. So how I am going to extract? Suppose a table database is there, okay, as a source. So I'm simply create an establishment connection between source database and target either cloud or non-cloud platform. Okay, I have to create an establishment. Then I can directly create a pipeline and move the data to the target. Pipeline is nothing but a running job. With the help of some code, it will connect the source database and take the data to the target database. It will put, so that establishment or connection is called a pipeline. For that we will create one process. I'll teach you in upcoming sessions. With the help of pipeline, I can extract the data. Okay, so after that I am doing transformation. For doing the transformation, we have basic level transformation, advanced level transformation. Like these different strategies are there. So if you are doing a basic level transformation, suppose you have XML file as a source, likewise a database is a source. While fetching the data from database itself, you can use trim function to trim content of a column, to trim the spaces, and you can load. But while you are taking the data from XML file or JSON file, okay, there is some enter option, enter keyword can be there in between the content, space can be there. Okay, that's due to the what you take. That's due to the compatibility issues. While you are moving from one source to another, this. And sometime what happens now, I'm fetching the data from XML file. So XML file basically with the tags. So the tag also added as a column. At the time I want to identify and clean that before so this is a simple kind of transformation. Then The advanced kind of transformation is like 10 tables are loaded. I want to join 3 tables, and I have to do some cube function. So these kind of stuff I have to do. After that only we are loading the data to the target system. The loaded target will be the input for my BI business intelligence reports. Okay. Any doubts as of?
Please share your screen, sir.
Okay. Actually, I got that blink sound. I don't know whether someone is okay. You're good, right? With ETL. So need for ETL. So need what's the need for ETL? So I have huge amount of data. Any question? Someone unmuted? Okay. So basically the need for ETL will be like I have huge amount of data. I want to organize my data to provide do some analytics and advanced analytics. For that only I'm designing my ETL architecture and uh, play with the data. And goal for ETL will be like the same thing, BI and analytics. So the data warehousing. So the data warehousing will be like a repository to store huge amount of data. Like Azure data lake is a data warehouse. Okay, I can save GBs, TBs of data into that. Whenever a table
Uh,
is there, let's say, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry to sorry to interrupt. Did you share your screen? Because
Yeah,
I
I've shared
cannot
my
see it.
screen. Guys, all are not able to see.
No,
No,
We
we
are
are
no.
not
not able
able
to
to see
see
your
it.
screen.
Yeah, we
Okay,
can't able to see.
okay, I'll stop sharing and share it again. Okay, can you see now, guys?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So the data warehouse, the term itself it tells warehouse. What will be there in warehouse? Suppose Amazon warehouse, a Flipkart warehouse, they will store all the products over there. Likewise, in data warehouse, we will store huge amount of data to work on the data to make it readable by analytics process or AI or ML or BI reports. For this, I'm bringing all the data into my system. So this will be called as data warehouse. Okay, we will go deeper in upcoming sessions. Okay, so now we'll go with the definition and importance of ETL. Okay, now so basically it is a three-phased computing process. Why it is three-phase computing process? We are doing extract, transform, and load. Okay, while doing each phase, we are doing some process, computing process. While fetching the data, I want to do some activity to extract the data. While transformation, it's straightforward computation. While loading also, I want to change the data and load it. And why the ETL system is used? It is to use integrate all data from different data sources. And what it involves, which involves batch processing. Batch processing is nothing but a batch. It's like a different set of data. Okay. For example, I have what banking system. They will load the data on each day EOD. Okay, there is some associate will be sitting there. All the updates they are doing in each day EOD. Okay, all the transaction, bulk transaction, cash transaction, and check transaction, everything they are doing. So to fetch that data to our system, okay, to our data warehouse, we need to involve a batch processing. Batch processing can be done through the pipelines. Okay, a pipeline can be uh, created through the pipeline. I can fetch the data at a particular interval where I need, what I need, those things I can fetch through batch processing. Then next thing, real-time data streaming. If suppose let's say cricket scores, we are using ClickBus now. I think everyone will see cricket. So what happens with the ClickBus app? It will stream the data in real time. So here what happens? They will maintain a cloud. Okay, there will be associates sitting and viewing the cricket scores, and they will make update on uh, each second, or within a 10 seconds they will do that update. Okay, so what happened? This is called real-time data streaming. It also can be done through the advanced versions of ETL. Okay, then yeah, as I told, this is foundation for data analytics and machine learning. Okay, so next, so this diagram will be some overview for ETL. So here extract. In extract segment, what we can see, CRM, LOB, ERP, these are different source systems. Okay, from this different source systems, I'm extracting the data with the help of, if you see in transformation segment, you can see process, maps, routes. So routes are nothing but, actually process is nothing but a segment of sequence of statements. Okay, it's like a pipeline. No, you're creating a pipeline for ERP at this kind of interval. Let's say I'm doing bulk run on one day. From second day onwards, after 6 hours, I'm creating and scheduling the pipeline, which will execute at 6 hours once and fetch what and all the data there in source system. So this kind of clear single statements are called process. Okay, roots here we have the meaning in the name itself. If I'm reaching to a different town, I have to pick the route, right? Likewise, I am moving the data from source to target. What will be the route? What will be the flow? So from that data, I'm creating one staging layer. In the staging layer, what I'm doing, simply copy paste the data from source to target, source to staging layer table. After that, I'm doing some cleansing activity with that data. After that, I'm loading the cleaned data into a different table. Then I'm doing some advanced transformation techniques. So this is what provided in roots. And maps will be nothing but a mapping logic. Suppose one column we have in source that has to be mapped to a different column in target. That's what told in the maps. Okay, and my ultimate goal to load the data in data warehouse. After that, BI reporting, those kind of things will come. Okay, so this is one of the extended version of ETL process. So if we see, we have some data in SQL RDBMS, relational database management system, and we have some data in files, CSV, text, Excel, PDF, and we have some data in website, some web pages, or some social media, or some API. Okay, Salesforce API, like that, different API we have. These data source typically we have in real-time projects. Okay, they will move one source at a time. They don't push all the source at a time. First, they will load one source at a time. For example, they will take SQL RDBMS at first two release. Okay, suppose 50 tables I have in SQL RDBMS. 50 tables will be divided into two based on their complexity. Either it is two release or three release they will plan. Based on that, they will divide the tables. Okay, suppose 5 release are planned for SQL RDBMS, then 10 table for each release. First 10 tables will be planned, and they will extract the data using pipeline, and they will transform a load to the data warehouse. Okay, till that time the analytics or BI activities won't be there. Likewise, all the tables are loaded into the target system using the system they have planned. At the time itself, they will watch the jobs whether it is loading the data properly without any issues, or if any issues are there, proper error handling happening. Okay, and the incremental stuff, online streaming happening, everything they will watch. So they will implement same thing with the document file, CSV, text, Excel, PDF. So once it is done, they will move to the next source, web pages. Then they will move to the next source, API. Likewise, this is how they will plan in real-time projects. Okay, so here in transform layer itself, you can see staging area. Usually they will plan some 2 or 3 layers in each ETL projects. Anybody having any idea why they are planning for different layers, guys? Anyone having any idea?
Yes.
Yeah.
So to maintain the raw data, to archive the history, I mean, to maintain the historical data, raw data. For that reason, they are maintaining, different layers.
Okay,
So if
fine.
you want, if you've done any mistake in the future, like on the data, then no need to go and extract the data again. So where if you store the raw data into the systems, then easily you can extract the data inside
Yeah,
within a
yeah,
few minutes.
exactly. Exactly. It is rewrite. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
free.
this is
So
exact reason. Thanks for
the source
your
data is
response
not
to
a
me.
constant data, right?
Yeah,
When
definitely. The source won't be a constant one.
so
Suppose,
sometimes it
for
challenge.
example, yeah, for example, let's say they are maintaining employee database. Okay, in employee database, let's say Sri or who's the guy answered now? Is it Ashok?
Manoj.
Manoj. Yeah. Thanks, Manoj. So either it is Sri or Manoj. They are the employees. Okay. In the source, how they will maintain? No, in 1 year, they will be like team lead, their position, and their salary will be 1 lakh, for example. Okay. Then on the next year, they are getting promotion. After getting the promotion, his position will be assistant manager with salary as 1,50,000. Now, the employee database from the source will have the recent record only. It won't hold the old record. For this reason only, we are bringing all the records into our system. Now, what happens now? When the source is updated, at the time, a separate pipeline will be created to pull the updated record alone. That's the reason of maintaining different layers. Suppose I'm maintaining a raw layer or staging layer. In a raw layer, all the source data will be there. They don't touch anything. Okay. And from the raw layer, I'm going to involve one more layer, staging layer. In the staging layer, they will cleanse the source data and put it in staging layer. From the staging layer only, they will start to do transformations. It's a layer by layer, different versions of data. That's why they will create an ideal uh, practice for designing an architecture. ETL architecture will be with different layers, each with different functionality. So after that, I'm doing data load to the local data warehouse or either a cloud data warehouse or even some projects. The data will be loaded into data files also, Excel file. From the Excel file, they will take the report. It's there. Okay. After loaded to the data warehouse, they will provide this data for analytics and visualization. Okay, even through advanced analytics also. Okay, so next thing, this is some part. This is in a different view. Okay, we have source database and target database. Okay, while moving the data from source to target, you can see off hours extraction, on demand extraction. Off hours extraction will be like a static pipeline will be created, and I told no, once in a 6 hours it will fetch the data and put it into the target table through batch ETL job. Okay, it will be long update cycles because for six hours, whatever the data will be there in a real-time source database, there will be huge data for 6 hours itself. Okay, so it will be loaded into the target database, and on-demand extraction will be like some critical data will be there. Okay, suppose in a railway platform, railway IRCTC app, the ticket status will be updated each second, right? If someone has booked the ticket, at the time it must be updated. It must be reduced one by one. So at that time, you have to do on-demand extraction and update it constantly. Otherwise, what you come up with, no, the same ticket, some 10 members will book. That will make unwanted confusions. To avoid that, we have to use on-demand extraction also. So it will be updated constantly. Once it reached with target database, either it is provided to reporting tools or advanced analytics. Advanced analytics is like ML and AI. Okay. Okay. Now I'll go with next one. The data. Okay. Now we saw overall architecture. Anybody having any doubt before going to the next one? With the architecture. So this is what there in every ETL architecture. If any doubts, please go ahead. Okay. I'll go to the next one. While before extracting, we have data now. We have uh, we can segregate it into three types. By looking at the diagram itself, you can tell structure. If you see everything between all the data, there will be a similar kind of relativity will be there. Okay, there will be a connection between each data. So if you see this corner, it will have touch base with this corner, and blue and uh, above one, even though it is in a pattern, in a predefined pattern, and there will be a relativity between each records, each data. Whereas in semi-structured, it follows a pattern, but there is no connection with each data. And if you see unstructured, there is no pattern it follows, there is no connection between the data. So this is what these kind of data we will deal with. From the source, we will deal with all these kind of data. Okay, so the next thing, structured data. If you see time is 9:52. Okay, so now what is structured data? Anyone is having any idea? Can you tell me some example for structured data? Sri, Lavanya, Neha, Manoj. Okay,
Proper
fine.
format data like database.
Yeah, the example will be database. You have a same column. Okay, same column will be there, but the data will be different. So the data won't change. Sorry, columns won't change. The data will change. So this is the relation between the data which I told. Okay, so this is structured data, which is highly organized. Okay, which is highly organized in the sense all the data will comes under same pattern. If there is a column, for that column, what is the data for each employee? Suppose we have employee database, salary will be there for each employee, and that will be that's the only value will be stored over the salary column. That kind of organization will be there. It's organized. Each column will be organized. The data which we are storing in that column. Suppose we have name, that will be stored only in name column. It won't go to the next column or another column. And it follows a predefined model, as I told, the same thing. And the structured data, they are going to structured data because of easy storage and analysis. Anyone can play with the structured data and analyze it. Okay, and typically which will comes as a rows and columns, and it's the main use will be quick access. If you know SQL, through a database, you can simply query, select star from this table. You can access the data. You want to analyze how many employees are there. Select count star of the table. Employee count will be there. I can do easy analysis. And the main disadvantage for this data, we need a predefined model or any schema to store this data. Okay, typically we need more space for this. Then the examples of structured data will be SQL tables, Excel files, online forms. Okay, so next one is unstructured data. Typically I've shown in the diagram, no, doesn't follows any predefined model, and it's more challenging to store and analyze because each data will be in different dimension. Okay, for some data, some column will be there, some column won't be there, some detail will be there, some detail won't be there. Due to that issue, it's more challenge to storage and store and analyze. And flexibility, the main advantage of unstructured, see these many disadvantages I have. It doesn't follow predefined model and challenge to store and analyze. But why I'm going to the unstructured data? Anybody having any guesses? To capture the real world data. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, suppose I'm conducting a survey, okay, with all of you guys. Uh, the answer of the survey won't be the same, right? Somebody will add some information, and another one will add different information. So based on that information only, we will design. We will accommodate our data. So what happens now? If you want to capture the real world data, you can't able to maintain in a predefined model. So that will be an unstructured type only. Suppose if I'm maintaining it in a content or in a notepad, that is possible. So this flexibility only we are going to the unstructured data. For example, customer feedback, social media content, logs. Logs is a main advantage of using unstructured data. If I'm using some ETL pipeline or some jobs, okay, what happening? Each second, what happens? It just started running. Okay, after started running, it took 100 records from the source. It may vary. Okay, it won't be defined. Sometime a null record will be there, so it won't be defined in a format. So the logs will be unstructured data, and it's more versatile. It have more usage, real-time usage. Okay, so while you're using your ETL architecture, just keep in mind you will receive more unstructured data only and less structured data. So example of unstructured data will be machine logs, audio files, video files, photos, email, unsolicited data. Okay, the next one is semi-organized. Okay, can anybody link what is semi-organized by understanding structured and non-structured data? So we can't use in defined or traditional relational database like SQL, but the data have some organized properties. For example, if you take some XML file, I brought with some example you guys. So this is XML file, and which is an example for semi-structured data. If you see CD, title will be Empire Burlesque, artist will be Bob Dylan, country USA, company Colombia, price 10.90, year 1985. And while you're going to the next data, it is not necessary that all these tags must be there in the second data. You see title, artist, country, company, price, year. Sometimes the price tag may not be there. Okay, but the data organization will be in same format. That's why this is called semi-structured data. Okay, it is easier to analyze than compared to unstructured data. Okay, it's 10. Guys, I'll explain one more slide and we can wind off. Okay, I brought with some more concepts. Okay, the characteristics of semi-structured data will be a flexible schema. Okay, we need the schema we are creating. It accommodate different kind of data. Okay, it must be flexible to accommodate all kind of data. The column we are receiving it may vary based to each record. For example, JSON. And if you see, the main format will be main advantage will be human readable format. Okay, and the next one will be scalable. It can be easily handled by even NoSQL database like MongoDB, even Oracle NoSQL DB. We can simply brought the data to our NoSQL DB, and we can do whatever we want to play the ETL stuffs. Okay, then the next one is metadata rich. So the columns we can segregate the data. The columns are there. Suppose year is there. If the year value is there in between year tag only. If there is no year tag, simply we can assign it as a null value in the database while we are moving to the target. Okay, guys. With this, we can session today. I brought some more slides for extraction techniques and transformation techniques. We can go through on those things by tomorrow. Any clarifications or any questions? You can now the session is open to the questions.
Usually, how many hours we go for daily? So is this 1.5 hour or
No,
1 hour class?
it will be planned for 1 hour,
So because
but
I have other things to do, I can spend even 1 hour or 1 hour 10 minutes, not 1.5 hour like that. Yeah.
actually the planned session will be 1 hour only. So if any questions are there, I'll stretch to answer that. But the planned one is 1 hour. Any other questions with today's class? Sorry, I just missed the chats. Screen or yes. Okay, fine. Any other questions? Shiv. Okay, can I consider there is no question? Shall we wind off?
Yeah, connect hello. Actually, you
Yeah,
have told
Jaya.
like on-demand extraction and offshore
Jaya, your
extraction.
voice is bit noisy.
Now it is fine.
Yeah, it's fine now.
Yeah, you have told like on-demand
Now your voice is breaking.
still breaking or fine?
Yeah, on demand I can able to hear. After that I didn't
Yeah,
heard.
on-demand extraction and off-demand extraction. Off.
Okay.
Then how like in coming section you will tell na like how we are extracting these things and all. Like we have both
Okay.
theoretical knowledge only na.
Yeah, fine. Okay. Suppose we have a database. Okay. I will give you some sample data. You can see, no. So, for example, let's consider this is a sales order data. Okay. Hello,
Yeah,
Jaya.
okay.
Okay. This is
Yeah.
sales order data. What happens now in real time? On each minute, for example, there is Amazon order. I'm having that data. For each minute the order will be there. So I will create one pipeline from the cloud or non-cloud platform to fetch the data from the source system at each minute interval. Okay, or a 20 seconds interval, or it's keep on running. It will fetch based on some columns. Otherwise, it will fetch the data. Actually, we have some ETL concepts like hashing functions or some other things. Using that, we can compare the data with the target or any other things. Otherwise, we can set a notification from the source system like whenever new entry comes or existing data altered, that flag will be set and the job will be called. Okay, you're
Okay.
getting right. So while
Yeah.
designing the job itself, we have to set these conditions and all. Actually, that will be done by the developer through that flag. They will set if there is any update with the source system, then call this job. Otherwise, we can schedule it to run each minute to fetch updates only from the source. You're getting?
Yeah. Yeah, fine.
In that case, it is called on demand. It will keep on running, but it has to be designed with lightweight, and it will fetch whatever the data is there. For example, I'm designing an on-demand job. In that on-demand job, what I will do, like, okay, so I will do one complete load till 10 p.m. After that, each minute I will run from 10 minute or 10 hour 1 minute to 10 hour 2 minute. 10 hour 2 minute I will run the job to fetch the data from 10 hour 1 minute to 10 hour 2 minute. In this 1 minute, what the data will be there, I will fetch and load. Likewise, 10:2 to 10:3, 10:3 to 10:4. Each minute it will run. If there is no data, the job won't run. If there is null data in the source, then I don't trigger the job. If I find one data even, it will load into the target. So this is what happens with online streaming or any CryptBus database. Clear, Jaya?
Yeah, clear, Kanapa. Thank you.
I actually am Haran. This is ID they were created. This is different trainers ID.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Any questions, guys? Manoj, Som, Sri, Shiv?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, so couple of couple of that topics. It's we need to get some more clarity, like what you mentioned, like on demands,
Yeah,
extraction or
actually,
different
yeah,
extraction
yeah,
process.
right. See, this is overall overview of that on-demand and
Yeah,
scheduled jobs. Whenever you are going to extract section, so at that time you will
yeah,
get more insights on that on-demand job and scheduled job. Okay.
yeah, yeah. Because this is ETL related terminologies, right? I'm not based purely from the data background, so for me it is very new, all those terminologies. So,
Okay.
but
Okay.
yeah, it is helpful. Good session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks, Som.
Hi, Aaron. Shiv this side.
Hi, Shiv.
Uh, I'm currently working as a ETL tester only,
Okay. Fine.
but this is still a very new concept for me as on-demand and scheduled jobs. Can you once repeat again, please? I didn't understand it clearly. Like,
Okay. So you're an ETL tester, right?
yeah,
So I think you are worked with validating the data,
yes,
right? But
yes.
how the data comes to you?
We have XML as our source files, and we
XML
need
as a
to,
source file, okay?
yeah,
Apache as a tool,
yeah, the tool, yeah, and Postgres as our target database.
okay?
Okay,
So
so we
how
have,
the data will be loaded from your XML file to your PostgreSQL?
yes, there are jobs, uh,
Yeah,
different jobs,
yeah.
and
That's
we
what.
will, once we run those pset or we call jobs,
Yeah,
this data will get loaded into the Postgres SQL. So
yeah.
this is,
That is answer with your word itself. See, there is a jobs, right?
huh?
In the jobs, we have two categories. One is on demand and another one is scheduled. Okay.
Okay,
While loading the data, I think you must have validated the historical load. While loading the
correct.
data from source to target, okay, you have tested with scheduled jobs. Scheduled job in
Uh,
the sense per week the data will be loaded, or whenever the data table is created in PostgreSQL, at the time you have validated it. But in
correct.
real time, if you see, you has to do incremental load whenever the source comes, okay, where there is a data in the source that might be loaded to the target.
Yes.
I think still your project didn't went to live, right?
Uh, I currently currently
live
I'm
in the
on
sense Live in the sense the Power BI or
uh,
some other reporting didn't went to live. That's why it is in initial phase you're doing this validation.
But okay, so this is what my process is. What I do.
Mm.
So how do I differentiate as what is scheduled? So scheduled, okay, I got it.
Mm.
If we have this weekly schedule, okay, so we need
Okay.
to run the jobs every weekend.
Mm.
So this is there is a scheduler in Jenkins which will
Mm.
take care of the uh,
Okay.
jobs to run
Okay.
automatically on week.
Okay.
Apart from, how can I differentiate it as on demand? So what is meant by on
See,
demand
on
jobs?
demand, simply you can go with the name itself, on demand. So what is it? On demand. Whenever there is a need, whenever there is a demand, whenever
Okay,
there is a data. Okay?
okay, okay.
At that time you are triggering the job. The scheduled job,
Manual.
what happened? At a
Uh,
regular interval, it will start running. Suppose in between I need the data. Okay, because some critical data has come from the source.
okay,
I
okay,
want to run the job. I'm running it now.
okay, okay. Yes, yes.
That's what on
Got it.
demand. Whenever the need is there, you are executing the job.
Okay, okay. Got it. Clear,
Okay.
clear. Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, you. Any other questions, guys? Okay. Can I take this as no? Okay. Thanks, guys. It was a wonderful session with you guys. I'm pleasure to answer your questions. Thanks. We'll see you tomorrow. Please join tomorrow.
This conference will now be